Hey everybody, welcome to One Flight Down Basement Beer Tastings. Today we're looking at a brewery that's totally new to me. They're called Handsome Lad. A little surprised I haven't touched on this brewery yet in the show because, you know, it's a local Winnipeg brewery. I try to feature as many local breweries as I can in this show. And also, it's called Handsome Lad. And I mean, I'm a handsome lad. Handsome Lad Brewing. They're from Winnipeg, Manitoba. They appear to be brewing out of the Torque Brewery. They're pretty new, pretty upstart. I've never tried their beers. I've seen them around a few times, but haven't really picked them up. So we're going to start off with the one that seems to have been around the longest. It's called Pig in the Hat. It's an English style ale with tropical teas. So this should be interesting. So let's see what this looks like. The color is a lot different than I was expecting. A little more reddish. I'm getting a fruity smell off that. I have a horrible sense of smell, and I'm getting it from like this far back. So that's interesting. Definitely smelling berries. Like raspberries or strawberries or something like that. I'm just going to let that settle for a second. What can I tell you about this? It is 7% alcohol. It's a strong beer, it says. 7%. That's pretty strong. Doesn't tell me a whole lot else. So I tried looking up information on these guys before the show. I couldn't find a lot. They don't have a website. I couldn't really find much on them. I found a couple reviews from other people, which I didn't read because I just wanted to wait and see what this tastes like. But what else could I find? I found them listed in the liquor stores and stuff like that. But they don't have a website. They do have an Instagram with a handful of posts. There's not a lot on here. And they date back 43 weeks. 43 weeks ago was the first Instagram post they had, which was the label for this beer. So, they're brand spanking new. I really don't know. I mean, sometimes you get those new breweries and you hear a little bit about them and their plans and what they want to do and if they're going to expand and become bigger. I don't know much about these guys. Maybe they'll keep brewing out of Torque. And the only, even that, I scanned through the Instagram posts. I couldn't find much in there that said, find our products at Torque Brewing or anything, or mentioning that they brew out of Torque. But the last time I was at Torque, which was just less than a month ago, I did see the product was available there, and managed to find that they sell out of Torque. Torque has a number of contract brewers who come in there. It's one of the bigger breweries that we have in Winnipeg. And so they do a lot of contract brewing for a few others. Devil May Care has been brewing out of there for a while. They're moving into their own space soon. Anyways, let's give this a try. It's a nice action going on with the head there. It's got a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, but even the head's got a little bit of a pinkish hue to it. Still getting that berry smell. All right, let's go in for a taste. It's very tart. It's tart, but not overpowering, I guess. Really tart up front. I get a very immediate kind of strong berry taste. I'm gonna say raspberry or strawberry, something like that. It reminds me of a jam more than anything else. Which, English people like their jam, so I guess maybe that does work in here. When I saw that this was an English style ale, I was expecting something completely different. But then it did say it was made with tropical teas, so that had to change things a bit. Yeah, the tartness is really up front. Like you get that jam kind of a flavor, like right away. But I don't know, it's quite mellow. Like it's pretty easy going actually. It's not like drinking a sour. Like the first sip kind of indicates that it might be like drinking a sour, but then it just kind of it's a little different than that, a little mellower. Yeah, I don't know if I can taste tea so much, but it does kind of remind me of like a berry tea in a way. But it's mostly the berry taste that's coming through. It is, like I said, it's completely different than what I was expecting it to be, but that's not a bad thing. It's kind of a pleasant surprise, actually. I'm not usually like super big on berry beers. Like it's not something I would have a lot of, but it is refreshing. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this. All right, next up, we have something called Bear and a Barrel. So they they got kind of a theme going on with their kind of cartoonish images, and then sort of explaining what they are underneath. Pig in the hat, bear in a barrel. Quite like the old British pub signs. I'm getting this sense they're going for like British twists on British styles of beer. Although you don't get more Canadian than that bear right there, right? That's a pretty Canadian looking bear. It is. Oh yeah, it's a maple nut brown ale. So this is definitely a Canadian twist on a classic British style. So let's crack this open. All right. One of these days, I'm gonna get beer all over that computer screen, or maybe it would just like dramatically hit the camera, and I wouldn't even know till I'm editing. Anyway, ooh, that smells sweet. That smells very, very sweet. All right. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Definitely smell the maple in that. Definitely. And I am, as you know, yeah, as a good Canadian, I do like the taste of maple. I love maple syrup. Maple syrup with some bacon. Come on. Like a good maple donut from time to time. I don't think I've had a maple beer. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first time I'm trying maple in a beer. Pretty sure. I've had it in whiskey. Crown Royal, which has a distillery in Gimli, Manitoba, a couple hours away from where I live. Less than that even. Yeah, they did a maple whiskey at one point that I had. I think I've tried it from someone else too, but pretty sure this is the first time trying it in a beer. So here we go. Maple nut brown ale. So you can see the nice tan head on there. The color is, it's pretty dark. From where I'm looking at it right now, like I see a little bit of a red tinge to it as well. But yeah, it's a pretty dark beer. Let's go in for a sip. Yeah, that's not bad. So I could smell the maple immediately. I don't find the maple taste overpowering at all. It is just a nice brown ale, along the lines with Newcastle, something like that. It is sweet. It's definitely sweet, but I can't I don't necessarily discern it as maple. Maybe a little bit, but yeah, not overpowering at all. So like I said, I don't know a lot about Handsome Lad. He's so handsome that he can't show his face. Barrett's pretty handsome though. But what I've tried so far here today, I like the beers. This one is 6.5% alcohol. And they don't give a lot of detail on these cans. What does that say? My eyesight, jeez. Made with 100% real maple syrup. So, yeah, that's... don't get much more Canadian than that, right? Yeah, so far so good from Handsome Lad. I like the stuff of theirs I've tried so far. I definitely recommend trying either of these. I think they're both quite good. Yeah, especially if you like British beers and aren't afraid to have a little bit of a twist on them. Both of these are quite solid. I would buy either of them again. So thanks for tuning in. We got some more shows coming up in the near future. Stay sane, drink local. Cheers. I'm tired and I need to go home.